Alligators have an epiglottis in their throat, keeps the water out when they charge forward with their mouth open. Open up, open up, open up wide. Come on. He doesn't want to. Come on now, little George. I said open up. Open up. I want you to let the sunlight in all the way back here. That's it. Back there, you get the sun. The epiglottis keeps the water out when he's swimming with his mouth open. Alligators have short, strong teeth, made to grip with, so they grab something too large to swallow, they can crush it. Alligators always have good teeth because new ones grow in all the time, replace the old ones. They are a wonderful animal.
The Smashing Machine was not a very successful movie, at least by most conventional measures. It made about $3 at the box office, got decent reviews, but when a movie bombs this hard, it has to be a critically acclaimed masterpiece that sweeps the Oscars in order to make up for its financial failure in the eyes of the public, and more importantly, the studio. The Rock's performance didn't get him an Oscar nomination, and the internet at large clowned on him for what they saw as a pretentious and inauthentic attempt to be seen as a serious actor. However, I liked the movie. I don't think it's a masterpiece, but I liked it, and there are things about it that I love. I'm glad this movie was made. I'm going to spend the next few minutes telling you why. This movie opens up with the song You Can Never Come to This Place by Masayoshi Takanaki from the Rainbow Goblins album. Okay, damn. Good job, Linda Cohen. Just wanted to mention that, but what I really wanted to talk about is how gorgeous the original score of this movie is. The score was composed by Nala Sinefro, a young jazz musician from Belgium, which as we all know is the mecca of jazz. It's not what you would expect for an MMA movie. It's quite gentle and reserved. I mean, just imagine you're walking into the theater with your friends and you're like, guys, this is The Rock playing a fighter nicknamed the Smashing Machine. He's gonna fucking kill some people. I'm ready to see him just pummel some people to death. And then you hear this. And that's because this isn't a film about MMA. This is a movie about a guy named Mark Kerr who's very sweet, very kind, very reserved, very gentle, but for various reasons, some his fault and some not, gets into situations where he becomes this sort of monster, this beast, whether that's in the ring or when he's arguing with Dawn. Like any intentional piece of music in a film, Mark's theme reveals something about his character and the current situation he's in. He's walking into his first ever UFC match, and instead of some heavy metal for this big guy, we're hearing a gentle fluttering. Everything on the outside is reflecting the opposite emotion. The external situation is anger, violence, excitement towards two gladiators prepared to kill each other for money and the entertainment of the audience. But what we're hearing is on the inside. The song is providing insight on Mark's uncertainty, his fear, his doubt, and his shame. The use of music as subtext is obviously not unique to this film, but it's one of my favorite things about film as an art form. The music chosen for a scene can dramatically influence the tone and tell us quite a bit about the film's characters and themes. And here, I think it does a good job telling us about. The other thing that really stuck out about this movie was Mark Kerr. Well, Dwayne Johnson's portrayal of Mark Kerr. The character and his place in the story is pretty generic. I mean, it's person that is really good at what he does, but he has personal problems and he does drugs and he fights with his loved ones. Boring. I've seen this before. I've seen this in like 100 movies. However, I like the way this one was done, and I think it's pretty unique. Mark's uncertainty is also shown in this scene here, about halfway through the movie.
Let's do it. Who's the best?
There's no way I can't write that.
Why?
Why? Because of my tummy. You know what that would do to my tummy. I would get sick everywhere.
No.
Mark and Dawn are at this amusement park, and they're about to go on a ride. Mark doesn't want to go on it because it might make his tummy hurt, might make him throw up. That's not something I've seen in a movie before. It sounds pretty silly, but he's just a guy. He's not a superhero. He's not a smashing machine. That's the name of the movie. He's a guy who has a tummy that gets easily upset, and he doesn't want to go on the ride. And he gets vulnerable. You can tell he's embarrassed when he asks the ride operator about it, and the dude's like, it's a ride. Don't go on it if your tummy hurts, bro. That feeling of weakness, embarrassment, and the need for reassurance that comes with it shown through this giant jacked dude is not something I've seen in a movie before. It feels very authentic to life, and I thought it was a unique and special scene. It's funny because it's followed up by a horrifically cringy, not at all subtle metaphor about perspective.
Everywhere.
No, it's about perspective, okay?
I also like this Japanese poster a lot. Thank you.